Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm back in the garage today. Seem to be doing a lot of brakes lately because I'm going to be doing brakes again today. Previously, I just did the rear brakes on the CVO Limited. Now I'm going to actually do the front brakes on the Softail Sport Glide. I had previously done the rear brakes on this. Probably about 2 years ago. I'm going to redo them regardless whether they need it or not, because when I did the brakes, the rear brakes on this, I went out and did aftermarket. I ordered some, I think it's EBC or EDC, something like that, brakes. I got them from Fortnite. Great service, nothing to do with Fortnite. But when they came with the pads, that's all you got was the pads. Now, when you order from Harley Davidson, you actually get the hanger pins as well as the spring. I think it's called the spring, actually in the box with it. When you order aftermarket, a lot of times you just get the brake pads. So I went ahead and got the Harley ones because, like I said, you get this hanger bracket and the hanger pins. I think it's a spring it's considered. But yeah, you get that in with the Harley Davidson ones. So that's why I went with the Harley Davidson. The one thing, if you probably didn't watch it, but I did the rear on this. This came with grease for the brake pads. This one doesn't come with the grease, but whatever, I'm not going to put grease on it because it doesn't come with grease, but and the instruction or the service manual doesn't say anything about grease. So anyways, let's go ahead and change the front brakes on the Sport Glide. If you're new here, I like to preface this all the time by saying I'm not a mechanic. I just have the service manual and some tools, and I like working on bikes, learning how to do it. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. But these are the tools you're going to need. You're going to need, I have two because I don't have one that does both, but torque wrench, ratchet. This is a 3/8, and you're going to need a 12-point socket. Because of the two holding bolts or the mounting bolts. It's a 12-point, not the regular one. And then this is a 3/16 Allen for the hanger bolts. Star screwdriver, that's for the master cylinder. I've been informed that you don't need to do it, but I'm going to do it because it's. I'm actually going to be checking the brake fluid today because I think I need to change that, and that will probably be another video I'm going to do shortly. And then a flat screwdriver. So let's go ahead and start loosening stuff off. So when I'm working on this, I do like to loosen the hanger bolts first because it's just easier to take them off or loosen them while it's actually attached to the bike. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen those first before I take off the mounting bolts. So let's just loosen them off. They shouldn't be that tight, I don't think. The last brakes that were put on this were probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was done at the service center, so this isn't from me. And yes, I probably should have changed them before this. Now, the mounting bolts. Take these off. Once you get the mounting bolts off, the caliper just should slide right off. There. And actually I do have quite a bit more pads left. I am going to clean this caliper off with some brake fluid as well because she's a little dirty. Yeah, actually the pads aren't that bad, but I got them. I'm going to change them anyways. Let's get the pads on. So just take the hanger bolts out. So now I'm just actually using my screwdriver to separate the pads. This is one where someone told me I don't need to actually loosen the master cylinder on the bike, and he's probably right because they are separating. So just make sure you open them up all the way. Use the old pads. You don't want to ruin the new ones, obviously. Just separate the pistons to make sure they're fully opened, so the new ones will go on nice and easy. There. And if you're like me, having issues actually getting the hanger bolts out, you can actually go in, get a smaller screwdriver and just push them through on the back side. There's just a couple of holes right there, and just push them through. That's one. These are the ones that you will be replacing in the new kit as well. There's the second one. Take your pads out. And this is the clip on the back. It's pretty dirty. Look at the way it comes out. You are supposed to put the new one back in with the arrow facing up. There's a stamped arrow in there. I don't know if that can show it on. I'll show it on the new one as well. But there's an arrow pointing up, and that has to point up and be on top. So it's pointing towards where the hydraulic brake line comes in, if that helps. I'm going to actually go wash my hands and get some gloves on, because I'm going to spray this with some brake cleaner, and I believe that's a little corrosive, so let me go do that. So I'm just going to use some brake cleaner, just squirt it on liberally. Now, I'm not going to bore you with this because most people know how to clean, so we'll fast forward to the good stuff. So now to put it back together, you take the retaining spring, and it goes this way. See, let's see if you can focus on it. You can see the arrow. That's pointing to the hydraulic line, so it actually goes this way here. Now, take your one brake pad, slide it in. Other one, slide it in. There, and you have your new pins that came in the kit, and they'll just slide right through. You might have to adjust a little bit to make sure they go through. Now, don't tighten them all the way up, just loosely put them in. Just loosely put them on, or tighten them up, I mean. Don't tighten them all the way, you'll do that after. And now you can put the caliper back on the mount. And use the mounting bolts, obviously. We'll just snug them up here. And go ahead and get our torque wrenches. So the mounting bolts are 28 to 38 foot-pounds, which is 38 to 57.5 Newton meters. The hanger pins are 11 to 14 foot-pounds or 14.7 to 19.6 Newton meters. So there, that's it for the caliper. The only other thing is if you had loosened this, you need to tighten that back up. And what you want to do is actually just pump the brake here until it gets hard. That way it's actually in operation position. And yeah, make sure you tighten that if you did loosen it. Shout out to, I always forget his name or his handle. But thanks for letting me know you don't have to actually loosen it. I am about to loosen it because I am going to check the brake fluid because I do I think you're supposed to do it every 2 years, and it's been probably 3 to 4 years. So I do want to check that anyways, but that'll probably be in another video. Once again, no idea what I'm doing, just have a service manual. Just want to get guys working on wrenching their bikes. The simple things, this thing here, if I wasn't filming it, a probably 10-15 minute job. It's very quick and easy. I can do it, you can do it. So yeah, anyways, until next time, later.